Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on another one of Chris's beer reviews. I got another beer from Toronto, Ontario today. It is called the Black Creek Porter. And one thing that's interesting about this porter is that it's 5%, which is, significantly lower than a lot of the beers that I've been trying lately. And it is a traditional ale. So, fortunately, because it's a traditional ale, I went out of my way to go online to find out what really makes this, like a traditional ale compared to the other porters and ales that are out there today. So I'm going to make this really quick, but it's very interesting, so I thought I'd read it to you. In the 1860s, there were 155 registered breweries in Ontario and countless smaller operations. Black Creek's historic brewery is the first in this province to replicate the brewing process of that era, when there was no electricity or refrigeration, no stainless steel tanks or bottling plants. So you can imagine they're going to be storing this kind of beer in like a cellar temperature. I kind of went out of my way to try to keep this beer from being too cold so that it was at a cellar temperature so I could get the authentic taste that they were experiencing when they had this beer back in the day. Also, the main this main recipe was literally brewed in like the 1750s, so this has got a lot of heritage behind it. I've never actually gone this far out of my way to try a traditional beer that's Canadian, that's a porter. Usually it tends to be lagers out there. You know, you got your typical Molson Canadian and stuff like that. This is going to be a porter, so it's going to be darker. The fact that it's 5% is, it's already kind of surprising me. Um, so yeah, here goes. I don't have too many glasses out there, so I'm going to be back at using this A&W glass. I got a 500 milliliter bottle here. Once again, 5% ABV. Boring cap, so it's not going to be one that I'm going to be keeping. However, I will pop it off the traditional way. Smells good, and I haven't even poured it yet. Here goes, down to the pour. I'm actually going to concentrate on my pour now instead of giving you guys too much head like I've been doing these days. Well, it's safe to say that this glass is definitely going to hold 500 milliliters perfectly. It's a very dark ale. You know what, I don't know if you can see it from here, my light is terrible today. It's actually like a reddish, dark amber color. Not very much head. Seems like it's going to be a lacy beer. I'm getting a lot out of the aromas, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that I'm getting out of the aromas. Well, I'm just gonna go in for the taste. I really don't have much to base this on here. It's a very good porter, very smooth. The fact that it is 5% beer pretty much gives away what you're going to be getting out here. You don't taste strong alcohol. You don't taste any alcohol whatsoever. It's like another roasted tasting beer. And I think that roasted taste you're getting is from like a burnt, grainy taste, uh, which is also different compared to the beers that I've been reviewing out there. For a porter, this is very creamy. I don't get the layer of creaminess in my mouth that I have with, once again, some of the other beers that I've been having out there. But you can tell by the head, just by me stirring it around. It has a creamy lace. It's funny because when the lace pours down, there's still another layer of film above here. I'm very curious as to what that film is. There is absolutely like no traces of lace on the sides of the glass when you drink it. It basically just falls very, very fast. If anybody's interested in trying a porter for their first time, I would recommend this one. I've had a couple other porters out there, and it's a little bit on the heavier side. You don't really know what you're getting yourself into. But if you're your typical lager or pilsner drinker, and you want to try a porter just to know what a porter is like on its own in comparison with the rest, this is a perfect example of one of those beers. You know, I'm almost kind of picking up like a hint of like a nutty taste. That only comes in the aftertaste, and that's after drinking this much of it so far. This one goes out to Joe D. As he says, if you're gonna have one, you might as well have 6. That's one of these beers. He likes to give 2 thumbs up. I don't know why I chose a scale of 5 based on all the beers that I've had in the past decade, and I can confidently give this one. Now you're going to question my confidence because I'm thinking, but I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5, only because it has every bit of the essence of a porter. However, it isn't really lacking a significant flavor, something that would make it stand out from the rest. You know, we are dealing with a traditional ale here. So, you know what? For a traditional ale, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. But if you were to, pull this into our time now and serve this to everybody and compare it to every other beer, I'd probably give it a 3.5. People are going to be biased about this review out there. I can see it now, but I guess I'm pretty confident with that decision. Some beers, if it were to start here and I were to drink it to there, you'd see a layer of lace, and then if I were to drink it from there to there, you'd see another layer of lace. This has got nothing. Very, very smooth beer. Well, don't take it from me, everybody. Go out, give this a shot. It's definitely worth a try. I'm going to put the price on the description down below. It's not an expensive beer. Once again, if you're willing to try a porter, you've never tried porters before, and you want to dip in and see what it's like, this would be the way to go. Once again, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for joining me in another one of Chris's beer reviews. Drink responsibly. Have a nice day.